Thank you for waiting. Got some food and some stuff. Did some human things. Watched the sun move through the sky. Nice. Alright, where were we? What even is this game? Stationeers. I think last session we had mostly focused on the compost area. We got this whole area set up to create compost, or I guess to create fertilizer. It's like composting the food, making fertilizer. And then that's also going to be off-gassing volatiles and nitrogen. So we're collecting the overpressure of this room into some gas here with an overflow into the atmosphere and filtering out nitrogen. So now finally we have a line of nitrogen, basically. We have a supply of nitrogen. It's better than just the deep miners we've been using forever. Larry here's doing his best. His programming isn't amazing. We did pretty good. It's working mostly. It doesn't fertilize. And right now he's trying to plant. So he goes over to where the seed is and he tries to grab a seed. And there's no seed. And then he tries to plant the no seed. And then he sees he needs to plant a seed there, so he repeats this forever and ever and ever. We might want to add a little bit of logic to this guy to make him smarter, so that he doesn't do this sort of thing. That could be good to do. We might also want to add some logic for fertilizing, and along with that, it looks like there's no way to read the plant's data and like get fertilizer if you don't manually plug in the power and like access these guys explicitly like we were doing by having values in a stack we were popping through. This guy can read whatever plant's below and read anything from slot 0, which is like plant stats, but it doesn't read slot 1, which is the fertilizer stats. So might want to edit this code a little bit and set it up so that it's a little smarter and doesn't do what it's currently doing with this infinite loop, which is not very helpful. As well, maybe plug it in so that it will do fertilizer too. I feel like we should be doing fertilizer. I think it like doubles the output, so that's worth one trip, especially considering these guys are what produce the fertilizer. It'd basically just double our nitrogen production if we change that programming a little bit. So that's probably worth doing. We might even want to adjust it to be like a little more general purpose so that it could handle basically anything we'd want to grow and just like handle it fine. We could throw one seed into a system and have it multiply over time. So a little more programming on this guy might be a good idea. But we can also just leave him. It's going pretty good right now. Actually, can we leave him? If we manually plant some seeds, once these guys are done growing, then we can just leave him. I'm even going to just throw in some fertilizer by hand. This feels wrong. This is robot work. I shouldn't be doing this. This is a waste of a human. Larry should be doing this. I should teach you how to do this. Anyway, this is good. This is nice to have. We can expand to doing like cocoa and other things soon. Maybe even try and produce good compost. I think we're doing like mediocre compost, and we can do something better. That might be worth doing. That seems good. I remember we were having issues with pollutant, and I think I've just like set the values wrong there. I've just kind of been playing with stuff and experimenting and like setting it based on how much liquid is in the storage tanks. I think that's a bad idea. It looks like the pollutant isn't keeping up again with cooling. I think I might even want to like start this by start today by just tweaking this. So you are at, what are you at? $18.20. Let's look at pollutant. It's at 1820, I think. So somewhere around here. It's trying to cool all the way to like -97, almost -100. Okay, and the top end it's coming in at 148, right? We can check that too. What is our liquid at? 145. Okay. So it's coming in at 145. And we're trying to pull it to negative 95 or so. That is a lot. That's a lot of cooling. But I'm thinking we basically want to pull this down in chunks. We want the first chamber to pull it down like 1/5. And then the next one 2/5, 3/5, 4/5, 5/5, all the way down to this bottom section. Right now we're not quite doing that. So let's see, where's dead center going to be? I think this is basically how we started with it, the initial programming, and it was working well. And then I started playing with it and it started working a lot worse. So I want to just set it back to what we initially had. And then we can go from there. But let's see. Let's say 1/5 is somewhere around here. This should be like the first chamber. Should be like 5,300. 5,300. So this one will cool off just a little bit. 2/5 might be like here. Let's say 4,300. 4,300. 3/5 is here-ish. 3,300. Just going like 1,000. 3,300. You're almost right already. Then one here. 2,400, 2,300. Let's pull this down just a little. Okay, and then you stay where you are. So let's just try that. Maybe if we just tweak some settings a little bit, this thing might do better. I want to kind of change what we were doing. Because we were keeping this way too low. So it's pretty much just everything that was pumping in was like immediately evaporating off. Wasn't any good. Just a sec. Phone's going off. Give me just 1 minute. Sorry about that. Alright, where was I? Where was I? We just tweaked these settings, so now the pressure is going to go up. Just changing. These are like the max pressure for the room. That's the only variable on the room. So we're just going to adjust those dials, and then let's give that a little bit of time and see what happens. But instead of just pumping into this room and then evaporating and going out immediately, it's going to go through the chambers more, since we're keeping higher pressures in like all of the chambers. So we can see what happens there. Right now our coolant is just too hot. So we're currently like negative 60. Let's see if this can start going down. Alright, that's all good. What else? Last time we had an issue with power. Let's see, we overdid one of the circuits, one of the lines, and it burst for one of the input lines. So the Stirling engines, which are like the main source of power, stopped giving power to the base, and then the base depowered, and when it repowered, all of the batteries turned on at once and started charging and just totally blew the line. So that's a good learning experience. We want to have transformers instead of the power control units all over the place, just so that they only draw what they need from the circuit, and they don't have their own batteries that are having issues. You working correctly? I bet you are. I bet you're working correctly. I'm not gonna look at you. You're good. Alright, so what are we up to? We can do pretty much anything we want at this point. I think we're mainly trying to cool off the nitrogen. I still want to make sure we're doing whatever we can to be pushing this direction. So we're getting a little bit of nitrogen supply now coming from our greenhouse. We can go look at that. Our greenhouse is making compost. This room is filling up. We are at only 12 kilopascals. It's a pretty big space. But once we get up to, I think, like 75, it's going to start pumping the air out, and we'll start collecting all this nitrogen. So that will be nice to have. So we're kind of waiting to see that happen. I want to see the coolant cool off. Let's see if the settings that I just changed matter. I was thinking, so we had to turn off the power on the satellite dish in response to the main circuit overloading. I was thinking this should be its own power line, basically. We should have a power line that's just for the big satellite dish, and then also maybe like power the cooling area as well. We could have a second main line, or a second heavy watt line. Maybe just like paint it green or something. And then get this guy off of the main power line. And that way we can keep adding stuff to the main line without stressing. So I wanted to do that. I think it's going to be relatively easy to do. Now that we're pretty late game and we've got a lot of systems in play, All we need to do is copy the Stirling engine generators that we have down here. And we've already got the program ready to go. So we will just capture daytime air using some programming and some vents in a big tub. And then we'll use that to plug into Stirling generators to generate as much power as we need. And as long as we have enough of the hot air and the Stirling generators, then we should be good. So I think that's like cheaper than if we wanted to do solar panels. Just the amount of material and time and effort. So let's do another line of like maybe 10 Stirling generators or something and see what happens. But let's see if we can get a satellite dish and that whole other circuit going on a different line and have the satellite dish on full force without any sort of consequence. And then along with that, we can turn the trading back on. Trading is off right now. We might be able to turn it on. I think the circuit's only using like 20 to 30 kilowatts, and we have up to 100, with trading taking 45. But that's a little sketchy, I don't know. Anyway, let's see, what are we going to need for that? We're going to need a bunch of vents. We're going to need some storage. We're going to need some pipes. I think we're going to need Stirling engines is a big one. Can you give me, let's do like 10 whole Stirling engines. It's going to be a lot. And then canisters. We're going to need canisters of volatiles. We're going to need 10 of those as well. So you give me those. What else are we going to need? We're going to need some... I can double check, but I think we've already got the pipes. We might need more pipes, actually. We need one tank, at least. We've got electronics. Got wires. Okay. And what about the vents? I know we've had a lot, but I've also been using a lot. Down to just 6 left. Alright, well that's all good. How's the mall doing? Mall is relatively full. Low-ish on copper and silicon. Are you steel? You good on steel? Yeah. Okay. Let me take off the suit real quick. Where'd you go? There you are. Alright, so we're filling these to a very specific pressure. The Stirling engines want a specific amount of volatiles. It's like 60 moles, I believe. We can see that too if we pull out the tablet. Tablet says... I'm looking at the room. Tablet says... He's gone. Anyway, there's 60 moles in there probably. Can I put you... Could we like... No? Oh, that's working. That works. There we go. Where is it? There it is. 60 moles of volatiles. Good. Dude, where did you go? Come back. Anyway, the Stirling engines do work on the volatiles. There it is. They want exactly 60 moles for the best efficiency. And they will just convert heat into energy for us. So we'll do that at night. And we just need a whole bunch of these guys filled up with volatiles. Already got that ready to go. Let's see. 1, 2. Where'd the other one go? Did one of these disappear into my inventory? Thought I had one more. I lost it. It got eaten. Fair enough. What's going on over here? Are you still doing stuff? You done? You're done. Okay. I needed one more of the large... no, I just need an insulated tank. There we go. Instead of one more, give me like 10 more of those, actually. Or even 11 more. Stirling engines. Oh yeah, they stack 5 at a time. And they take a while to build. Oh, I think this is the one I was looking for. It was just in the wall. You doing anything? Yep, still doing Stirling engines. We need batteries, is what I'm thinking. How are we doing? You making 10 of those? Gonna be busy forever? You done yet? You haven't even done 5? It's gonna take a minute. Meanwhile, I think we're about to run out of silicon. Alright, what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all full. That's good. Mall's running empty on... low on copper. I'm gonna grab just a little bit of resources.
Oxygen critical.
Probably copper and silicon. Lava's cool. Oh, lava? Don't lava me, lava. Where'd you come from? Oh! Right there. Uh-oh. How we doing? We good? Suit good? Everything good? I need a new suit now. This one's ruined. It's got a scuff on it. don't think we need to farm a ton here. Definitely needed a little more. This might be okay. It's a thing to do while things build, mostly. Throw that into the sorter. I think that's everything. These are empty. Cool. Oops, wrong one. Alright, let's see. Got our Stirling engines now. Got some tanks. Got a bunch of stuff. Alright, and you are still making tanks. I don't know if we need more tanks. Let's call that good. Cancel that one. We do need more events, I believe. Give me like 20 of these. Alright, what else? Looks like we're out of steel. The machine makes steel. Science. Sorry about that. Need some food. I am hungry. Alright, so I'm just thinking what next. I want to build the Stirling engine area to generate power for a new main power line. Just for a satellite dish and this cooling area. I think this area is probably good. I want to kind of have it hidden or out of the way. This is just, this is nothing exciting. So if I could put it like underground, that would be nice. This is basically all free real estate. Very little work to do here to get this totally open. Let's make a little more space, maybe. I'm thinking like right down here would be an okay spot. We probably only need like 3 vertical blocks. And then we can throw down a floor. Salad is good. This is a chicken salad with nuts and cranberries and some sort of sauce. It's good. Ooh, colors. That's cool. Ah, you got a battery, so I was wondering why it's not working. Let's swap that out real quick. I want to be able to see better. That's better. Alright, there's tons of space. That's a start. Alright, so we're gonna need a floor. And then it's just some vents and some Stirling engines and a tank. Not much, nothing crazy. It's like a good test for using this as a power system. This is how I plan to do outposts. So we'll do the first test at home here. Put it to good use on the satellite. Okay, I feel like this has got to be enough. At least for a start. I want like a flamethrower for exactly this situation. They should have an expensive flamethrower item that eats a good amount of fuel. You can just like pump out a floor, but also have a bunch of like bad gas off-gassed. Dice, please. Okay, out of frames. Or out of sheets. Ooh. Our temperature's getting worse. Uh-oh, temperature's going up. Up to -50 now. It was -60 before. Interesting. We will see. I wonder too, I think we might be dumping in a lot more heat since we've been selling huge amounts of like volatiles. That's gonna oh geez, oh my, where am I? Since we've been selling volatiles, those get pumped into the system to fill the tanks again, and then it has to cool all of that off again. Maybe that has something to do with it. Where even am I? What is happening? Where is my base? What are you? Oh, you look like base. I know where we are. Okay. I like that. That's way more disorienting. Storms are rough. Holy. It's good to not be outside in that anymore. Now give me intense rain. Give me like monsoon rain. Maybe. Different map probably. Oh no, it's gonna cause trouble. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm gonna turn it off, turn it on again. No. How could you? You wasted a perfectly good seed, Harvey. Larry. Robot man. Happy robot face. Don't do this again. I think we have a bug, maybe? Maybe we just need to reset the chip. What happens if I reset you? Are you gonna start over? I'm gonna save just in case. Let's see. What are you gonna do? You should check stuff. You should harvest anything that's ready to harvest. That includes this guy, I think. You're doing this one correctly. Okay, anyway, I think with the current programming, we just need to prime it by having everything planted like it currently is. And then it's not going to fertilize. And it's not going to reseed, but these plants never die. So it should just harvest when they're ready. And then patrol between them, waiting until they're ready. We need to see that a bit. So far, so good, but it needs to clear out all of these plants. And why isn't it going for this one? Or this one? Not sure. I bet it has reasons. Maybe it's not like fully mature. Maybe it's at a point where you can harvest it but not get everything out of it. Or it's full potential, I suppose. It's a better way to phrase that. I'm gonna check on you. We're gonna let you do your thing. Let's see if you can... Nice. Let's see if you can do your job. Alright, now what just happened? Something exploded. What do I hear? What just exploded? What is happening? Something exploded, right? This is exciting. What could explode and why? I want to go outside and find out. Come on, Storm. Give me a break. Things are getting interesting. I hope there's not something very bad happening right now, like something critical leaking. We're just probably dumping all of our nitrogen somewhere. Alright, I'm going out. I'm gonna take a sip of water. I'm going out. What exploded? Water is too hot. Currently flashing in air. Oh, did my water line explode? Ooh, that's the worst thing that could ever happen. Oh, look at that. Oh. Okay. Amazing. Okay, well, I feel like that needs to be save scum. Or we could just, like, totally reset our water supply. But this is about the worst thing that could ever happen. How did this happen? My wild guess is that when the power went out, the power for the cooling system on the water also went out. And so it was actively cooling, and then the power went out and it left the cooling on, and then we never fixed it. And so it left the cooling on for long enough that the water dipped to below zero and froze in the pipes and burst the pipes, which would explain why the coolant is so hot, because it's just been cooling a huge amount of water for a long time, thousands and thousands of liters of water. And then that caused explosions. That's my current theory. Let's go look. But yeah, that's something I want to save scum, I think. Let's go back a little bit. We saved just before it exploded, so we can just jump right back to there and then fix it. This would be over here. No, you're doing good. So you burst. Let's see. Okay. So one of the Stirling engines here exploded like a bomb. And when it exploded, it damaged everything in its vicinity, including the water pipes, which are now open to the world. It also, yeah, so it just like leaked our main water supply out and blew up our water supply. Okay, so my guess was completely wrong. That's fine. Let's go ahead and backtrack just a little bit. We can go make sure that thing is off. I think this was right before I saved, so right here. Let's go back 5 minutes before the explosion. Hey, look, I'm a Stationeer streamer now. I'm glad you like it, thank you. It's a totally different game, totally different crowd than Battlefield. I love this game though. This is one of my favorite games for sure. Alright, it's a race. What's going on with the Stirling engine? Can I turn you off before you explode? Why are you exploding? What's that all about? That's not good behavior. Where am I? I hope I'm not underneath. Oh my god. Okay, I think I know where I am. Yeah. Going right here. Oh, listen to them screaming. Come on, it's a race. Don't explode. Don't explode. It's so disorienting. What a what a perfect time for my base to critically fail. Where am I? Oh, here we go. Here we go. You gotta not run. You off? Who's running? Can you stop? You stop. You stop. You. You're the problem. Are we cool? Did a pipe explode? 5 megapascals on one end. Very low on the other end. No damage here. You exploded like a bomb. I know it. I saw. Why did you explode like a bomb? Are you going to do it again? Don't you dare. You better not. I'm gonna be so upset. I'm already upset. You haven't even done anything yet. What was it? I remember Stirling Engine has... We've had this happen before. We've had them explode. If I remember right, there's like a pressure difference where they explode. They get angry. But that's 11 kilopascals. We're at 5. Sorry, that's 11 megapascals, and we're at 5 megapascals. So we should be at like 50% of the pressure that's going to make this thing angry. Temperatures... I mean, temperature doesn't really matter. So I'm actually not even really sure. Why did you explode? It's like no pressure in any of the pipes. You were off and on. Okay, here it is. Are you gonna explode? You're at 11 megapascals. That's where you explode, right? Are you gonna explode in my face like a bomb? That would be really good. That would actually make me pretty happy. You're at 10.9. What's your input? So it didn't explode this time. Not yet, at least. And the pressure's going down. It was at 11, so it was right at the point of exploding, and now it's going down. Okay. So what is this all about? How is your pressure getting so high? Is it because of the extreme temperature? The temperature has been going up, come to think of it. The hot gas has been absorbing heat for a long time. The hot tank, and it's probably equalized now. So these guys, this temperature has been rising and rising and rising. Maybe the added temperature is enough that the pressure is getting high here, because we could see it was at 11. It was the point where it was going to explode, and I think it didn't because we turned this off. Okay, so what I'm thinking is we change this guy so that it does not output such a high pressure. Make sure that this end never gets above 5 megapascals or something. 3 megapascals. So that seems to cause trouble. Maybe that's what we do here. And then we don't have explosions. I'm thinking that's the move. I'm gonna save in case this goes badly. Can I open this up and grab the chip and everything? You gone? You just dumped into the wind? Come on. Really? I don't even get to watch it blow away, it just blows away? Get out of here. Let's try that again. This game's hard. Ah, you're right. Good call. Okay, so we got our plan of attack. Programming, go here. Can I, like, use you? Oh, I exported. That feels bad. That's also okay, I'll take the other one. They're the same programming. So we will do this, and then we'll throw you into here, and then we will import, and we'll edit. Ooh, nice. Okay, this is working. Let's see. So max output pressure at 5 megapascals is causing explosions. We could just pull this down, I think. I'm just thinking, like, is there any... Do I want to be paying attention? We could actually, like, look at the Stirling engines and see what is their pressure. And just turn off if their pressure is getting to a point where it's getting sketchy. But I think if we just turn this down a little, that's probably going to do it. Let's do, like, 3,000 maybe. Probably okay. We can check on it. Oops. Oops. What the what? H2O. No. What? Weird. That's a bug. I think that's a bug. That might not be a bug, but I'm pretty sure that's a bug. Export. Did I export to you? I can't even remember. Let's make sure. Okay, there's all that. That gets shut. That's turned on. Those are both on. This gets turned on. Everything is now running. We will save and we will cross our fingers and we will hope that we don't explode. So let's listen to explosions in the next day or two. I hope that fixed it. If it doesn't, then the conditions haven't changed so that it should explode again. So one way or another, we're gonna figure it out. How are you doing? Have you started cooling off at all? Nope. Not even a little? Nope. Alright, I should just break these open. We should take like 2 minutes and break these open real quick. What do you got? We got like 1 billion liters of liquid in here. We're producing way, way, way more liquid than we use, and then we're like slurping it through a straw. Let's just add a couple more drains so everything can move faster. That'll only take a minute. And I gotta go feed the seeds to the Larry arm so that he gets out of his infinite loop of planting seeds that do not exist. How we doing, Larry arm? Are you doing exactly what I was just explaining? I'm gonna pull out your brains. You got no brains. Let's see, we got a seed here, got a seed here, seed here. Just grab them wherever we can. Plant manually. Reset the Harvey. Larry. Should go back to the initial spot right here. Start doing its thing. And then we'll check on you. Let's just make sure. I want to see you harvest even like a single tick. Alright. So we need liquid vents then. Liquid drains? Yes, liquid drains. Give me 10 liquid drains. What else do we need? I remember we needed steel sheets. Give me 200 steel sheets. Okay. Goodbye, cake. You were a good cake. That was a long time of not potato. Takes less micromanagement for sure. Alright, so what are we gonna do? We're gonna break into here. We're gonna add at least one more drain. We could maybe even do like 2 if you want. I don't see... Having too many drains is not a problem. We're not gonna overload the circuit, and when they reach the target, they're gonna turn off. So maybe it wastes a little power, but not too much. And we're just about to give it a whole dedicated power line just to this system and to the satellite dish. So we got plenty of power here. We could do a few drains and then even add like another vent so that when they vent air out, they'll have more vents in case there's enough evaporation that they need more, which could be the case for like the first room in particular, since it collects the venting from the other 4. Something like that seems good. Does that mean we need more of these? You waiting on stuff? Sorry, food is good. Need food. Haven't been eating enough the last couple days. I think we have enough drains. Good on food, good on water. Gotta make sure the jetpack's good. About to go in a high pressure area. I think we're gonna need to go into like all of the pollution chambers for this, one at a time. And with that in mind, it looks like we're missing one area of pollution chambers as well. Do we have any reinforced stuff on us? I think I remember we had a couple somewhere. Here we go. So we're gonna need a few more reinforced walls. And some bunker doors. Now let's see, and these take plastic and the fancy glass. So we're just building 2 more little airlocks here. That's how we get in and out of these rooms without wasting all the gas. It does waste some, but one little 1x1 instead of anything more. Not so bad. Alright. We need 2 of the bunker doors. Hangar doors, whatever they're called. And those are here, I believe. Cancel that job. Collect whatever it built. And look for hangar. Door. Blast door. Okay. 2 of these, please. Thank you. Alright, those are getting built. We can go do a little bit of work on the pollution chambers. Let's get a couple of them done at least. It's also night, so we need to see if our Stirling engine's exploded again. Alright, I saved scum a little bit here. There's a good chance we're gonna get bullied and killed, basically. Nope, we're killing it. Alright, we are inside of the cooling chamber. Getting bullied by evaporation here. And that guy pressurizing. Alright, so what are we doing in here? We were thinking of maybe adding 1 more fan. Might not be a bad idea. Where is my fans? Okay, 1 more fan that can go straight into the existing system. Okay. Gotta be careful with jetpack in here, since the pressure is so ridiculously high, like 5 megapascals. It takes a lot of pressure to jetpack. We'll run out of jetpack really quick. Let's see. We need 1 gas pipe. Probably should, oh, come back. Probably should, I don't know if we could paint it yellow. It's gonna fly away. Alright, can I get you plugged in? There we go. And then what do you need? It's like a screwdriver and electric parts, I believe. Yep. And then plastic sheets and a welder. Seems good. Oh, that's fire. That might have been a mistake. Interesting. Things are happening. I'm on fire. My batteries are on fire. Yep. My batteries are on fire. I probably just destroyed some batteries. Alright, we're gonna set that to inward. We're gonna slowly watch our batteries destroy and sparkle. Peace, dude. At least we got that done. Okay. This is a wild room. Okay, there we go. So we just plug in another vent, and as long as we're accessing those by the item hash, then this is already like wired up and ready to go. And the same is going to be true for the liquid vent here. This guy needs to just plug into the existing line. Right here is fine. Can even do one more here. And these guys will be accessed by hash as well. So this should double the movement of gas and triple the movement of liquid for just like a little extra power. Alright, is that it? You guys have power and automation for all of you. You turn on, you're automatically turning off already, that's good. Are you also working correctly? Yep, so you're already going, you're already going. This is going to add a lot more of throughput in this room. So this room now can draw much more liquid and move much more. Okay, let's try to get out of here. I just pulled out a wall. I just did the worst thing you could do. Oh my god. Oh god damn it. Come on. Come on. Brutal. It's exactly what I didn't want. Oh, come on. I gotta get that wall back on. Losing all our coolant. Alright, I think we're gonna roll with that. Are we? Maybe? Yeah, that's fine. So we just lost thousands of liters of pollutant, probably. But that's okay. What happened? We are just expanding the amount of liquid that can be moved by our pollution cooling to improve the amount of cooling it's doing, since it's not really keeping up right now. So just throwing on more vents and more liquid is how we do that. It's a little tricky. Running into some trouble here. So we've got another chamber I want to do. We need to get another battery for our welder. We might want to go in with like mediocre batteries, actually. Looks like we're just burning them on accident. Probably gonna burn another battery or two. Alright, let's reset and get ready for the next chamber. Got the 2 blast doors. Okay, need to get a battery in here. Let's get one of the medium, or the mediocre batteries. Large battery. That's all we need. Alright, 2 blast doors. One. Where is it? Somewhere. Nope. There it is. 2. These want a welder. Yep. Then a crowbar. And then we gotta paint it all, of course. Alright. Got airlocks for everything. Ready for the next chamber. Chamber number 2 coming up. Save scum. Get bullied. Alright. Let's see. So similar story. We just want to add a couple more of the liquid dudes. We should probably... I'm going to do like 3 in every chamber. Just keep it consistent. We could do one here. Do one here. Okay. Vent can go over here is fine. But let's just do a consistent pattern across all of these guys. Where do I want to put this? Here's probably okay. Alright, let's see. You need electronic parts and a screwdriver. Then the welder. And some plastic, and then please don't start a fire. I think you're gonna start a fire, but just don't. No fire. Ooh, it listened. Nice. We're convincing. Okay, we've got all the things ready to go. Now we just need to plug them in. Just gonna run the pipe over. And up. This is that Chris Farley song. Pipes. So this guy just connects straight into the existing system. We get bullied into the puddle. Thank you, game. There it is. Cables. Last bit. Alright, there we go. So now this one has 3 drains and 2 vents matching the room next to it. Gotta get a power cord there too. They should all be triggered at the same time. We just saw them all turn on at the same time. That's good to see. Okay. This one's filling rapidly now. Cool. So even though we just completely emptied it, it's already almost full again. Going much faster with 3. Good, so that should help a lot here. 2 chambers down. Okay. I'm gonna save now before I accidentally empty another chamber. Go up here, close the airlock. Gonna get sent into space. Oh yeah. And then land in the next one. Save, open, bullied, drop. Alright. Exact same story. We're just doing this a couple times. Almost done. So we want a couple more drains. And then we want another vent. We might want to keep an eye on what's going on here. I think we're good. Looks good. Drains. 1. 2. Vent. Vent wants electric parts. Vent wants plastic sheets. No battery fire. Set direction inward. Getting closer. Alright, we have liquid. Let's grab gas.
Hunger caution.
You're good, dude. Okay. Gas is plugged in, liquid's plugged in. Last bit is power. And we just go straight into the same line right here. Good. Okay, I think that's it. You can see all of them turning on already, and the fan's turning on at the right time too. Everything already plugged in, looking good. Nice. This view's so cool. Looking good. 3 down, 2 to go. How do you have so many wires? Yeah, so this is a mod. I have a mod for wires and for pipes, because otherwise they get pretty obnoxious. So it just allows them to stack a little bit more, and that helps a lot with inventory management. I think I've got a mod for lighting. It's like the most popular mod on the workshop, and that's really nice. It looks much better. And I think that's about it for modding. I don't really have much for mods. Pretty much the vanilla experience, which is plenty fun, plenty to do. This save is very deep already, and I feel like I still haven't broached a lot of things. Haven't done any rocketry. Haven't really done anything with plants. I've done a bit with trading, but not a ton. Game's fun. Lots to do. Alright, bro's hungry. It's time to become a potato man. No more good foods for you. You're a potato man again. I'm sorry, bro. Can't even drink water because your food quality is lower. Do I need to build anything? I think we wanted more steel sheets. I should just get those going. Give me another like 200 steel sheets, thank you. How's our mall looking? Mall's pretty great. Everything's full. Nothing to craft. Rotating forever. Looking for things to build, but nothing to do. This is the coolest program I've ever written, I think. This wall is my favorite thing I've built. Very happy with this. Go wall go. Look at you go. Alright, we eat, we drink, we reset our everything. Do we need anything? We good on all the things? Got cables. Got pipes. We're good. Let's go. Love this game. I'm obsessed. I also love this game. Thank you. Thank you. Very happy with mall. Best mall I've had so far. So I think we've got these 3 done. 2 more to go. Close, airlock, save, scum, open, door, get bullied. Drop. Vents. Vents go here. Liquid. Liquid go. What does this look like? Can we do here? Where's a good spot for this? It's kind of hard to see. Everything's on the other side. Okay. So I think we can do here. Are you a different circuit? No. Just want to make sure we can plug it all in without a problem. This should work. Let me plug these in now while I'm looking at them, since they're a little messed up. Go straight across. There we go. And then we get electricity. Go right there. Oh shit, why are you on? You should not be on. Where are you on? You on because you're on? Are you on the wrong line? Is that the wrong line? Do I need to break out the networking? Once upon a time, so this first one we set up, it used to have cables that would reach into both rooms. So we had to be cautious about what cables we were affecting. These are all supposed to be a different line for every room. Each chamber has its own circuit, its own transformer. Something with you is off. Let's see. No. Oh, you are on. Okay, so maybe it's okay. It's just this is on too. Are we cool? Is everything fine? We need to make sure that we're not like crossing any of the wires and making the rooms share a signal at all. That would be bad. Everything good? You're doing your job? You're synced? Everything's just on because we are opening it up and adding a new one by one and making a bunch of evaporation and liquid goes down and then you bring in liquid and I think it all sciences. Let me take one quick look. Just try and see, is there anywhere where that wire would cross? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure these are totally separate. We're good. We're good unless we're not, but I think we are. Okay. So this power can come along here. I'm going to bring it into this room just to make it a little clearer. Good. Run that over here into our vent, which also goes this way. Vent needs pipes. Pipes go to here. Good. Vent needs to be built. Screwdriver. Electronic parts. Oops, my bad. Electronic parts. Plastic. Welder. Go the right way. Yep, good. Okay. Yeah, I think we're good. I think it's just moving a lot of stuff. Did I just see you on and you off? No, you're synced. You're synced. We're good. Okay, so one last chamber to go here. Almost done. Save just in case. And go to space. Last one. All right. Liquid vents. What do these walls look like? They look like walls mostly. Do one here. Can do one here. Run the liquid down below. Plug them all in. Okay, that looks good there. That looks good there. Okay. I think these are all connected properly now. Good. Last thing is to give it a vent over here as well. Let's bring some wiring down. Make sure it doesn't touch the other room. Just gonna go right here. Good. Vent goes there. Vent wants things. Vent wants stuff. Vent goes inward. Vent's gonna immediately explode in a bad way. Uh-oh. Fuck. Don't turn on vent. Vent, no. Vent, don't explode. I'm gonna save now before you explode. Don't do it. Don't do it. I know you're gonna do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I think it's just overpressurizing. Good. There we go. Okay, vent's plugged in. Okay. Are we done? Is that it? Easy peasy? Let's get out of here. One last trip to space. What's the actual purpose of these rooms? So these are just evaporation chambers. They're exactly an evaporation chamber item, more or less. Except they're just gigantic rooms instead of a chamber. But each of these is taking in liquid pollutant from the previous room. So starting from the collection outside, gets pulled into this first chamber, which is shooting for a specific pressure, something, I think 5.3 probably, which will be at about 117, so it cools off a little, drops like 20-30 degrees. This one has a little lower pressure, lower temp, lower pressure, lower temp, lower pressure, lower temp, lower pressure, lower temp. We're looking to cool this all the way off to like -90. And then that coolant goes into a line of, let's take a look at it. We got a line of oxygen that's been coming out of the greenhouse, which is now up to about 4 megapascals. And this is just coolant that goes throughout the entire everything. Anywhere we ever need to cool stuff, whether it's gas or water or air conditioner or whatever, you can just use like a toggle on a heat exchanger. And we can just exchange heat with this network and cool off as much as we need and then turn that off. So this is, as long as this is cold, we can cool anything off to whatever temperature we hold this room at, basically. This was choking. It wasn't moving enough liquid through, so it was getting warm. It wasn't keeping up, I think. We have just basically made it thicker. We have 3 liquid vents moving liquid from room to room. We have 2 gas vents moving gas from room back. And so you have the cold gas. You have cold, the liquid gets chilled and goes right. And then the gas, when it evaporates, goes left and exchanges its heat on the way out. It's a good system. Anyway, this is immediately just cranking downwards in a good way. That's nice to see. So if we give this a little time, we're looking to see this go all the way to -90, particularly so that we can see the nitrogen turn back on. That's what this is all about, basically. The nitrogen is no longer condensing. We're producing nitrogen. We're adding it to our system. We've got the exact same thing here. We have a series of rooms and pools and vents, but this one for nitrogen, and this one going to completely different temperatures. Our hottest room is like 90 degrees Celsius, and the coldest one's like -200. Or it will be, we'll see. And that's what we're going to use for liquid coolant or liquid fuel on rockets, is the eventual dream. Alright, this has all been a huge side quest. What were we even doing? I was doing Stirling engines on down here to get power to the cooling and to the satellite dish. We also want to check, did anything explode down here? Ooh, look at these, they haven't exploded. Okay, so hopefully the pressure change on our filters has been enough to prevent these things from exploding any longer. That's nice to see. And then we're just going to recreate this setup. Stirling engines powered by hot air captured during the daytime. We're going to do that right down here. And I sell stuff. So like, we use this to cool everything, like I was just explaining. Here's the coolant. It's super duper cold. And then we have just like a little one tile square here where we can exchange that heat in a heat exchanger with like this network. So we can hold specific temperatures. We're trying to hold the nitrogen here at like 20 C. We're trying to basically hold all the gases at like 20 C. The liquid, 21 C. See, these will just flicker on to provide a little bit of cooling whenever they need. They'll dump their heat into the cooling line, which will then go get cooled off in that chamber. And that's how we do everything. So like we got our fuel here, we've got our oxygen, we've got CO2 and volatiles in particular. I do sell, so you can see these things are like full, ready to go. We can sell that easily. Good system. And that's also the hot end of our nitrogen condensation line. That's right here. This needs to get to -90 if we're going to be able to get the nitrogen going in the condenser. That's the heat exchange. Right here. Can't condense, too warm. It's gotta go down. Look at all that nitrogen. We got a whole kilopascal, or megapascal in there. Alright. I'm walking in circles. Let's go do something. High throughput version of the stock evaporation chamber. Pretty much, yeah. High throughput and just like a really good and fun visualization where you get to actually watch the phase changing effects. And you get a much better, at least for me, it really helped me understand how phase changing worked. To actually like make it out of rooms instead of magical devices. So I really enjoy that build, making those. It's a neat cooling device. Making space. This feels like music for the bad guys in Star Wars. Okay, what's this gonna look like? I think I need more tanks already. Did I not make enough tanks? I think I made liquid tanks, but not gas tanks. No, we have tanks. We're good. False alarm. Okay. So we will have... Let's make 2 big tanks. 1. 2. These are just going to collect air during the daytime. Like right now, it's 1,000 degrees outside. It is extremely absurdly hot. We will collect that air. We'll turn on vents to capture this air when it's above a threshold during the hot part of the day. They will turn off at a maximum pressure or if the temperature drops too much. And then we'll use that hot air during the night when the temperature drops. We can turn on turbines, or sorry, Stirling engines. and we can get some energy and charge some batteries by just like converting. We cool off that hot air basically and just dump it in the atmosphere. So good device. This is how we want to make power at outposts. I want to test it here, and we've already built this, so it should just be like copy pasting a design that we already have working. We can like paste some IC code and just copy the build here. So we've got our hot tanks there. Those are going to need to be wired in. We are going to have our collection. Collection's going to be a whole bunch of large vents. I don't know how many we need. Maybe like 5. Something like that. I don't know. But let's just make some. One, two, three, 4. Can we get 5? 5? Maybe 5's good. Should we do more? 6. Okay. They are going to need electronic parts and plastic sheets. We should get batteries going. Those take a long time to craft. That's a good one. I'm gonna do that right now. Go. Give me batteries and give me more of the insulated pipes. We don't have many of those left. Those disappear fast. That. I want a large battery. And I want a lot of large batteries. I want 10 whole large batteries. Believe it or not. We're probably going to have to farm a little bit. I think that's like an obscene amount of material. Also, if I remember right, it's almost pure electrum and gold, which are like the only resource we have deep mining infinite of. So this is a good thing to make, relatively speaking. Alright, let's get those crafting. Let's get back to it. Maybe reset everything real fast.
Oxygen low.
Hello. These are going to be inward. Give them power and automation. Okay. Join this in with the main line over here. Okay. How's this gonna work? So we got some vents. They're gonna plug into here. Load this guy up with air. They need programming, which we should have ready to go. Let's see. So we're looking for like a nighttime air collection something, something, something like that. Hot air collector seems likely. Stirling engine power driver guy is also a likely candidate for something we're going to use here. Let's take a look at the hot air collector. What's hot air collector doing? Yep, hot air collector is looking for a minimum temperature of 650 to try and pump to a minimum pressure of 55 megapascals using all of the powered large vents. Perfect. Export. Throw it in. Did that not work? Export. There it goes. Throw it in. Plug that in. And then right here, this is going to need a sensor. We need a sensor to see what is the temperature outside, which is a gas sensor. Okay. Now this has 0 power currently, and will not work at all. That's okay. So, what else have we got here? We're going to have Stirling engines. We're going to have 10 Stirling engines. How are those going to work? They're going to take hot air from this side, and they are going to generate electricity on the other side. Then they're also going to generate cold air, or they'll dump colder air on the other side that we're going to need to exhaust. We want to exhaust the gas away from them a little bit. We want to keep their temperature down. And we'll need to handle their automation and their power generation. Okay, that all seems fine. So let's make a line of these. And should I go look at anything? I don't think we need to look at anything. Just think we could go take a quick look right here. Can I just copy paste your design? Do you have any space? You have a little space, but you don't need it. You just plug in and then go out, and then you have 2 big wires. Yeah. Okay. This should work. Just need to go out a little further. Got 1, 2, 3, 4 out of like 10. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This should be enough. Looks good. Rep. We have a sad little battery here. Let's swap it out for a bigger battery. You go here. Take a sip of water. Grab this guy. How we doing batteries? You've done 2. Oh my.
Oxygen low.
It does take a bit of time, doesn't it? Almost done here. What else do you need? Electronic parts. We're out. That's fine, we can make more. What a song. I feel like I have to do something impressive, but I'm just putting down pipes. This should be like when I'm completing an amazing program and the rocket's doing rocket stuff without exploding. This is exactly rocket music. Alright, what do we got here? So we're going to have a connection line. The connection line is going to be the heavy watt wire that is on the main power line. I think what I want to do here is I want to have a green line for this main line, and then I want to have a orange or a yellow line is going to be like the production line, which will then get handled and stored onto the main line, basically. That's what I'm thinking. What a song. So this is like the main line that all the batteries and transformers and everything will feed to. And then this will be the production line, which we can make yellow. Just gonna go into the batteries and stuff. We need to have this main line plugged into the automation wire because we're using it to, I mean, I guess we could probably use like a transmitter to avoid this. But we're using this to check the battery percentage so that these only run when we need to add more power to the batteries. It's kind of a goal we're looking for here. Now, did I do this backwards? Because we've got this pipe here. It's going to immediately cause trouble. So maybe we have to go this way, then up and over. Just trying to get the general pattern out here. Make sure that it looks good. Then we'll do the last couple. Okay. So we'll have our power out. We'll have our automation in. The automation in is going to also want some logic around turning on the Stirling engines. Let's try and put that over here. Like right by... Yeah, I like this idea. We'll put it right here. Right by where we have the logic for giving them air. And then we can put a transformer here. So you get a housing. You get programmed with what? Edit. The Stirling engine power driver guy. That sounds like the one. This guy, this program is just reading the power on the line. It grabs the average battery level from all of the batteries, and then it turns on the Stirling engines if we're less than 90% battery. And I want to say even more than that. Let's say if you're less than 98% battery, turn on the Stirling engines. Maybe 95. Okay, that seems good. Confirm. Export. That work? You got logic? Yeah, throw it in. So now we have logic for turning these on when the batteries are low. Given there are batteries plugged into that line, which there will be soon enough. Am I gonna stream tomorrow? Maybe. Probably. I feel like I've been streaming too much. Gonna do some family things soon too. But I'm having fun. Games are fun. Living my best spaceman life. Battlefield's pretty good. Little Bird should be really good. Okay, so just kind of setting it up. We got automation for the air. We got automation for the Stirling engines. We have 5 more Stirling engines to go. I lied, 6 more. Okay. I think we're gonna need just a couple more tiles here. Let's grab those real quick. Alright, making progress. We need electronic parts, but it's still making batteries. It's going to be making batteries for a while. Let's do everything we can. It's not that. Okay, that is the power automation line for all of them. Let's see, I think we go this way now. This is a lot of clicking. I wonder if it's really better than throwing down solar panels. Depending on how much power you need, probably not. It's probably like 2 solar power or 2 solar panels per deep miner. You just throw down like 10 or 20 solar panels real quick. That might be less clicks than all this. Maybe not. It'll be useful here though. We need tons of power. Ooh, that works. Let's do that.
Hunger critical.
There we go. Okay, so the output's all gonna run together into the same line. Should go over this way. And let's make it go down. Alright, so we need to make sure that this can vent. Let's open it up all around the edges. So we're going to be dumping huge amounts of gas in here. Assume this is good. Let's punch a hole through here, maybe. Where even am I? What is happening right now? Venting. This is chaos. Okay. Pretty sure that's plenty. Opening up a lot of area down here. So gas comes down, and then we will just vent it into passive vents down here. That'll work just fine. Where are my vents? Do we have any more vents? Are we out of vents? I threw them on the ground up here, I think. Yep. How's 4? Hopefully enough. Maybe not, honestly. We'll see. I'm interested to see how well this works, how much power these guys produce, if it'll be enough. We need a lot of power here. I think just the satellite dish is using almost twice as much power as like the entire base. It's pretty crazy. Alright, I'm home. I'm chilling. I'm looking for things. I needed the insulated things. Give me insulated pipes. Give me like 200 of those. You're still shitting out batteries. Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 2 on me. I'm gonna cancel that. I think you're good for now. Give me some electronic parts. Give me 40. Go. Eat. And drink. How's that Wally doing? How's that Wally named Larry? Low on copper. How you doing, guy? Are you still like moving along and checking on stuff and doing the thing? Any issues? See you walk over stuff. You check that, nothing. You check that, it's farmable. You're farming. What a god. What an excellent arm in this guy. Oh, got seeds too. Nice. Get a little bit of seeds stacking up. Take these. Give. 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 Let's get whatever seeds we can. It's beautiful. Okay, that's going good. Let's just try and grab some stuff. The storage is getting bad. It's just getting wonky. Okay, give me whatever you've got. That should be enough to get a few more Stirling engines done, get some stuff out of our inventory. Should be enough for all of them, I think.
Oxygen critical.
You good? Why are you in particular low? Why aren't you plugged in with automation? What is going on here? Let's see. You can change to red. Let's make sure you have the automation plugged in you're supposed to. Everybody automated? That lets the Stirling engines know when to turn on to add to the batteries. Everything good on this end? Yeah. No automation there. Okay. I think we're good. And why are you so low? You in particular are so low. That seems odd. Mystery. How are we doing on temperatures? Ooh, we're down to -82. Ooh, it's working. Okay, so just tweaking the values a little and adding more throughput seems to be helping. Thank you. It's been partner anniversary for like 2 days now. I don't even know how that maths. We're still like totally full on liquid. We're still producing more liquid than we're using by like a decent amount. Good. Okay. I think we just give this time, but it looks like it's working. It's cooling a lot more heat than we're producing. Alright. Let's keep building. Where were we? Electronic parts. Almost done. And with that, we can start throwing out the volatiles. Tanks of volatiles that we filled earlier can get put into their destination inside of the Stirling engines. One each. All down the line. This is what they will use to do their science magic to convert heat into energy. Okay, that clears up a bunch of spots. What about like batteries and stuff? So you guys are going to generate power on the yellow line. That's going to come this way and come along and then go into 2 transformers followed by batteries. So let's put batteries like here probably and then transformers here. I think we could probably move batteries a teeny bit more towards me. They are facing this way. Okay, good. That's good. Is that all of them? I think I have 2 more in the red container. I do. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more batteries is probably good. Gonna need more of the cables. Comes from there and goes this way. Good. Okay. I'm guessing we're gonna need more materials pretty quick here. Let's take a look. How we doing? You still doing things? Did you do all the things and you're done? Nicely done. Have some new things to do. Make me 400 of these. I remember we have some in the wall. 2. That's not very helpful. Okay, all good. You should do the thing. Still doing the thing. How are we doing? We're down to 3 stacks of copper. Still totally maxed out on those. That's nice to see. Alright, I need to use the bathroom. I'm going to stand in the corner for a moment or get us a different view somewhere. I like this spot. This spot's fun. I'm going to chill here for a moment. Gonna move around a bit, use the bathroom. I'll be back in just 1 minute here. Let me take a very small break. Been too much sitting. Alright, thank you for waiting. Did some things, did some stuff. Got a nice mango juice. Gave Cat a rub, told him he's beautiful. Gave him a little food, because he's the hungriest boy in the world. Well, let's grab some of this stuff. These cables are ready to go, right? At least a few of them. See if that's enough. Are we out yet? Down to 2 on the copper. We need to farm some more copper.
Oxygen critical.
What can we do with 53 wires? Quite a bit. First, let's get them spray painted the right color. Okay, so here's the power in. It'll have 2 transformers right here. And then the power out will be right here. And that's going to be green. Okay, power out's green, comes out this way. So the power will come in this way. It'll hit the transformers first, and then the batteries. The power out is going to try and go through the transformers. Those are like first in line to draw power. So it should skip the batteries. Then that will run here. How is this? Okay. Boom. Power go in. Power go out. 2 transformers get the priority. Bunch of batteries to back it up. The batteries plug into the automation, which goes to the IC chip, telling these guys to run when appropriate. All seems good. This needs a little bit more yellow as well. I'm out. Close. Give. Items rain. Good. I wanted to check. What's this room looking like now? The arm has been collecting air for a while. Or sorry, the arm has been collecting hay for a while, which should be turned into air. Cool, so we're already up to 40 kilopascals. That's much better. At about 70, it'll start to empty. Takes quite a bit to fill up the initial vacuum here. Good to see that working. Let's see. That goes there. We've got one more of the volatile containers, I believe. There it is. You go there. So those are all built, and have the volatiles not quite plugged in yet, but close. Welding torch and steel sheets first. Okay, battery's done. Turn them on. Okay, we got chutes. We got pipes too. Oh, keep that there. I don't know why I said chutes, pipes. Wrong word. Nouns are hard. There's many of them. Alright, there's power or air out. Automation line in, power out, air out. Gets vented properly. Air in is not quite ready. Let's adjust air in. Okay, air in comes from the vents. Air out, just vents out below us. Seems good. Let's go ahead and weld this thing shut too. That's going to be these guys and the welder. Looking good. I need 2 transformers. Let's go ahead and call you good. Give me 2 transformers. Go. You gonna have enough stuff for that? I think we need some copper.
Oxygen critical.
has not been looted yet. Just gigantic holes from everything that I've already mined at some point in time. Here we go. Copper. No lava. We got a wall of lava. Lava wall. I feel like I should use this for something. Should have a base that runs right up to it. We should try and air condition the wall of lava, maybe. Maybe we could cool it off. Turn it into rock. Maybe we could have a room at 20C where one wall is flowing lava. You can just walk over and burn yourself if you ever feel like it. It's right there. Maybe we'll have that right next to a cryo chamber. You can just burn yourself and then heal yourself so you could feel something. It's like skydiving, sort of. It's a good idea. Base should extend all the way to here. Just grabbing some stuff. We don't need a ton. We do need a little more. More doesn't hurt. Not doing a ton of building right now. I do remember seeing that we were low on cobalt. I'm a peaceful space miner. It's a nice life. It's a cozy existence. I like this life. Nobody Mr. Missiles me here. No Mr. Missiles. Only peace. And the occasional explosion. Only a few of those. Yeah, it's plenty. Hello, kitty cat. How you doing, my friend? Do you need more playtime? I bet you do. Kitty cat loves playtime. Oh, what was that? Pipes. Transformers. Cables. Alright, it's gonna take a minute, but all that should enter the system. Fill up them all a little bit. Looking pretty good. That'll be enough copper for a while. Let's get back to it.
Oxygen critical.
Let's maybe grab a battery. I feel like we're gonna need a battery here. We're zooming. How's our pollutant looking? Have you been cooling? You're still chilling in the negative 80s. I think that's pretty okay. Doing your thing. Got more drains now draining. Look at all those drains draining. Look at them draining. Wonderful. Do you need more drains? Maybe. What does it look like in the tanks? 2 liters, 100 liters, 700 liters, 800 liters, 3,000 liters. This guy's full. I'm gonna let you run. Things look good. Are you getting any more nitrogen in there? Is it still just not cold enough to condense? I think it's right. It's close, but I think it's like negative 85. We're like 4 degrees off still. That's all good. At least the cooling's doing better. Everything's getting colder. We are back with transformers. So we've got our transformers going from this side to this side. Yep, looks good. Then we max them out. Turn them on. Good. And they need all sorts of power. We need the yellow power line. Cool. Power now goes in. And then comes out. This way. Oh, you're yellow. Whoops. No problem. Now let's spray paint all these, actually. You should probably be green. You should definitely be green. Good progress. So now just add power. I'm gonna save. Let's see. We just like put a little bit of power in this line. I think we can just swap this out for a moment. You can become one of these guys. Going that way. With a nice battery. Turn it on. Program breaks. Gas sensor. So we're programming now the vents. They want to have a gas sensor, which is our gas sensor. They want a hot tank, which is our tank. Big tank insulated, and that's it. Do that. They can see that it's hot enough, they should be on, and that the pressure's low. They start pumping. They're collecting hot air. And then tonight, this should turn on, but this also has no power. Okay, I think that's fine. I can just manually... I'll just manually turn it on. You better never run out of power. If you run out of power, you don't have the automation you need to turn on and power up again. If it ever goes to 0, it stays at 0. Interesting. Spicy. I can see that being a problem. Do I want to tweak that? We could have the power here being from this line and then keep the battery. Might not be a bad idea, actually. And that's just like a backup so that we never... even if we run out of power, it's still going to be able to boot up. We'll always be able to pump air. We'll always be able to run the IC. I think that makes sense. So I'm going to leave you. You're okay. And this guy needs to change then. Just do this one. So this is the automation is connected to this main line. It'll get all the info it needs. It can send out the info it needs to these guys. Yep. And then the power will be on the circuit attached to the backup battery. Seems good. Where'd my IC go? Here we go. Plug you in, turn you on. You don't need anything, right? What do you need? Gas sensor? Gas sensor? No? Yes. You only run at night when it's cold. So you need a gas sensor to see when it's cold. And you don't have a gas sensor. So we're going to throw a gas sensor on the line. Okay. We're getting there. Gas sensor is gas sensor. Turn it on. You run correctly now. I think this is all the pieces. And you're likely to run out of battery here as you're running a million vents all night. And then again, you're going to turn off really quick here, I think. Let's see. Are you going to do it? I want to see what happens. Let's watch this first night run. I think we need to see it run for like one night, and then we'll know that we're good to look away a bit. It'll just start generating huge amounts of power. Let's take a look. Let's see what happens. First off, how's our air collection? One day gave us 6 megapascals at 900 degrees. You guys still on? Nope, you're off. Not sure why the pressure is still rising. Guess it's moving down these pipes. Alright, you're chilling. Waiting for the temp to get to like 130, and then these should turn on, because these guys have no power. Let's see. $180. Getting colder. Are you gonna work? Did I build you backwards? No. Input. Output. 10 degrees. Getting close. Ooh, there it is. They all switch on. Transformers turn on to help power this battery. Should charge super fast. We have 51 kilowatts going down as the pressure gets low. Why are you turning off? What's going on in your brains, dude? Why are you flickering? Because the temperature's getting too hot? Interesting. So these guys are heating all the way over to our temperature sensor here. And at 130 you can see it's triggering. Okay. So we want to move that. And that's fine, and that's not a priority. So what am I thinking? I'm thinking we might even want a couple more of the Stirling engines here. Storm, nice. It looks like it's generating about 50 kilowatts, which is great. 100 kilowatts is going to be a whole line, so that's kind of the target. But then again, we don't want to blow the line, so we want to be right below 100 kilowatts. It's definitely going to generate more when the gas pumps up more, so maybe we just see what happens then. I don't know how significant that is. Maybe it's generating when it's full pressure. Maybe it's generating 100 already. We need to be careful there. But I was thinking we want a little bit more power here. I'm thinking if we get like 60 or 70 kilowatts, maybe 80, that should be enough. I don't know if that's enough, actually, because it's only going to run at night. So we're going to get like half of that. During the day, it's always going to be off. If we generate 80 kilowatts, that might average out to more like 40. What do you do with that? I hadn't really considered that. That changes things slightly. Maybe we buff up the power here, and then we just use this for like just the 145 kilowatt satellite would be big. If this plugs into the satellite area, and that's all it does, that's a pretty good use of this whole gigantic power circuit. But yeah, I think it's going to be, if we're generating 50, we can probably expect to be able to run more like 25. So we should generate like 80 or 90 and then hold, or run like 45. Just kind of thinking out loud. That'll still be, that's a great addition to the power line here, or to our whole power system. It's good infrastructure. And as far as outposts go, something like this is going to be way more than enough for like infinite power at an outpost. You're just going to be running a few deep miners. The satellite dish is insane compared to normal power draw. Alright, well this seems good. Let's see. I am in the middle of a storm. Let's get out of here. It's wild. I love that effect. I like that they legitimately make me want to like get out. Claustrophobic. Okay. So what are we up to? What's going on here? Mall looks much better. That's good to see. We wanted a couple more Stirling engines, I think. Probably want 2 or 3 more. Let's go ahead and cancel this. Give me... what, 4 more maybe? Too many, we could just turn some off. Which means we're gonna need 4 more canisters. That helps with cable. It's good to be home. It's nice to be inside. I miss being inside. That's nice. This feels like home. I spent like days inside. I probably spent 20 hours just chilling programming like right here. I need a coffee room. I need a coffee house. I need a little coffee bar with some nice couches and some mood lighting for programming. That's where I'll go to program. Maybe I'll have some coffee. And I think we're collecting seeds here. It looks like we're starting to stack them up. That's good to see. Definitely, because we only started with 3 and we're up to 10. I didn't realize they'd do that. Okay, so these guys never die and they keep producing seeds. And Harvey Arm's doing his thing, just checking all of these over and over forever. What a god. Looks good. And all this time in the entire play session, we still haven't got the compost room running. Or at least we still haven't got it pumping any nitrogen out. But we're getting there. He's making hay.
Oxygen critical.
Alright, storm is done. Food is good, that's good salad. Here comes the sun. Get ready for lighting. There will be lighting. Easy peasy. Follow the pattern. Yep. Which means not this. Whoops. Let's try that again. This is the automation line. Not the power line. There we go. I can't see. Much better. Okay, we have automation to the 4 new ones. Now we need the power coming out of them. Okay. We have our power and automation. Next, pipes. Let's start with the exhaust. It should just be like this on this side as well. It's easier. Okay, ta-da. I think that's it. Got all the power and automation and piping all plugged in. That's looking good. How's the air collection? We're up to 15 megapascals. Nothing crazy. This is all we spent on air production so far. Alright, so now we need to run the wire up, and we need to add a sensor that's not so close to the heat generators. We need something somewhere else. Let's get that done real quick. You need to be green. Nope, not you. You. Better. You actually need to be gray or you don't blend in. You look funny. You look like you're supposed to be significant when you're not. Okay. Hello, welcome back. Lots of people coming back after like 10 years. I'm still pretty okay with Little Bird. Little Bird soon. Excited to have it in Battlefield 6. Been having fun with the TAC Chopper lately. TAC Chopper is also good. Welcome back. I hope life's been good to you. I hope you got older. And I hope you did not Benjamin Button and get younger, because that would be weird. So where's this go? First off, right here is probably a pretty okay spot for a sensor. Let's move our gas sensor real quick before we forget about that. How's this? Do a gas sensor here. You gonna get upset about that one? There it is. Turn that on. All good. Okay. We can check on that once it gets a little colder. Now we need to route this pretty much just straight to the satellite dish, I think. I can't think of anywhere else we want to use this power. Maybe like the satellite room area. We could do like one extra thing here. But again, we don't want to overdo it. We're going to assume... if we produce near 100, then we're going to assume we have like 50 kilowatts to play with. And we're using 45 already. So probably just the satellite dish. But let's get that plugged in. Temperature's falling. Yeah, that would be weird. Benjamin Button, life's a weird life. What do I do with this wire? Are we just gonna make a sky wire? I think I'm gonna run it along the satellite area. Just to not... I want to hide it a little. Sorry, not the satellite area, the solar area. This is gross. I want to just run this along through the air all the way to the base. Let's hide it on this wall. Call it good. Could probably try and like snake it around more, but eh. And this might be tricky to do if I don't have a ground to stand on. That should help. We're doing it. We're doing it. Temperature's low. How are you guys doing? Are you running consistently now? I see the green lights are on forever. That's good to see. How much power are we making now? 72 kilowatts. Nice. Great. How's the pressure in the exhaust? Fine. Batteries charge fast. Okay. Is 72 kilowatts good? Do I want to throw on another Stirling engine or two? Maybe. We pretty much want to go for like 100. We want to be right below 100. It's going to be like the maximum amount of average power we can have on the line. If we hit 100, it's too much and things explode. This is very inconvenient. Wish they let you jetpack further. You should pretty much be able to jetpack forever. That would be fun. I can't see any way you could use that to like cheese or exploit. I feel like all you could do is accidentally fly too high and then slam into the ground and die, which would be a pretty fun experience. Alright, we're maneuvering. I think I might need to just like line the thing with walls. Or do it like 2 walls at a time or something. What up, Neff? You missed the whole day. We've been doing stuff forever. It's doing stuff for like 6 hours. I did some of this and I did some of that. Alright, now I'm doing some spaceman things. Having a good spaceman day. Ah, you're lurking. I should just assume you're always here. Almost done. So what, 4 of those is about 20 or 25. They're like 5 kilowatts each. Probably need 4 more to get to like 95. We should just do 4 more. See if we need to add more vents and stuff. Okay. I think I might leave this actually. This thing is frequently obnoxious. Having a little bit of a walkway. It's not a bad idea. I might even make it permanent. We could like run stuff along here if we ever need to. Okay, this is fine. That's good. Need more cables. Pretty sure I made like 400. No? I used all of them? Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, give me another 400. It might take a minute. Windows Update is mean. My least favorite part of Windows Update is that I do the update and turn off when I try and go to bed, and then it just keeps running. And then it just runs all night. It doesn't turn off like it's supposed to. They lie. How you doing, Wally? Wally's happy. Why aren't you farming these? Seems like it's waiting for seeding. Not sure. I mean, I kind of prefer that, but I just want to make sure that it's harvesting well, I guess. I guess it must be the internal logic of the plant. It gets all the way to like seeding before it's considered mature. And then it gets the full harvest, so we don't have to add any extra logic for collecting seeds then. It's not going to harvest until it's got seeds. I guess that's good. I think that's just plant behavior. Okay. Alright, we're good. He's killing it. He's doing stuff. He's doing things. What did I want to do? I wanted more of these Stirling engines, maybe. A couple more. I definitely want more of the power cables. We need to finish routing the power to the satellite dish. I think basically everything I've done today, it's been like 4 hours. You could pretty much summarize it as like turning on the trading dish again and just like getting the cooler to work again. Just increasing the throughput on the cooler. Just like those 2 bullet points. It's taken many hours.
Oxygen critical.
It's looking better though. Power system's looking better. Our main baseline's going to be very low power. I think it's only taking like 25, 30 kilowatts usually. All 45 for that guy. Go to our new Stirling engine station. Just quickly filling batteries. Seems good. Why aren't you running? Are you guys full? Is that what that is? Battery's full? Probably. You were trying to comprehend my cooling when you fell asleep. Yeah. It's pretty nerdy and boring. It's a lot of sciencey stuff. Makes you want to sleep. It's really not that bad. I can go over it in great nerdy detail whenever requested. That'd be a good, like, tutorial video. I should try and cover it thoroughly.
Hydration critical.
Food. You can get it. You've done enough Cody things and Stationeers things. I'm sure you could get it. You just gotta believe hard enough. Or something like that. Just doing some potato chores, eating and drinking. I think I want to grab another drink. I want more caffeine. I'm gonna run to the fridge real quick. Be right back. Took an extra minute there, gave Kitty some window time. He's chilling in the window now. Sniffing the breeze. Watching the occasional dog walker walk by.
Oxygen critical.
Okay. Just looking. So I think basically we just intercept it right here, so. We can have some gross sky cables. At least mostly out of sight. Kinda out of sight. There it is. Power go in. Power go in. And this way, which we could remove. This isn't getting used at all. This is like old clutter. There used to be a medium satellite dish that lived up there on the roof. But we got rid of it. It didn't do what it was supposed to. It's supposed to help with target acquisition, but it's too slow, too weak to hit the targets that we want to hit, the big targets. So faster to move, but too slow to acquire a target. Alright, you are plugged in. I'm going to turn this on for the first time in days. Hasn't been that long. It's probably been like 10 hours. That's on again. Okay. We can see what that does for power consumption down here. So we'll see if you guys can keep up or not. And I'm thinking I probably just want to add a few more Stirling engines, because it's not hard to just tack a couple more on. If we need to add more vents, we can do that as well. But hopefully the air is going to be going up already. Looks like it's only going up at least a few megapascals every day. So give that indefinite time. Should fill. Cool, alright. We did a thing. Got a new battery line. Gives us a lot more power to work with. Let's our trading resume, which is nice. You can see our composting working correctly. Oh, and we're getting real close here now. We're just a few kilopascals away from being able to start pumping air out of this room. Like, really close. It's a few minutes away, I think. It's about time to start collecting all of these, all of this nitrogen that the composters are producing. What's our temperature like in here? We're 52 degrees, so it's a little spicy in here, but nothing crazy. That's all fine. Cool. What about trading? Can we start buying some nitrogen then? All of that work is to be able to do trading. What do we got? Show me. You, what are you? Are you good? You look good. Come on in. What about you? Ooh, I want that one. I don't think we could reach it. That's too hard to target. We have a minute. Oh, Dr. Pepper's so good. Oh, it's so good. They added a new computer model, the on-wall one. Is that like a... Are you talking about like one of the computers that you use for programming IC chips? Or like a new console? I would love to see new consoles. What you got for me, guy? I see bulk liquid nitrogen, which is exactly what we want. That's good to see. So let's buy all that. It's going to give us 250 or 235 liters. He wants to buy these. Oh, this is actually easy. We should do this. He wants empty liquid canister. He wants 14. That's really easy. Sure. Okay, I'm going to buy all this. 14 empty liquid canister. Empty liquid canister. Okay, and then for that we actually need to cancel you, because we're going to want to reroute everything to the traders here. The problem with this one is you just have to have 14 handfuls of these guys. It's annoying to move the items, but if we just flip this switch, then instead of raining down on us, they're going to pipe into the vendor. So we'll run that. Those are going to get loaded to sell, and that's some easy money. Wouldn't do those by hand, but I'm okay letting the machines do it. Alright, that's one thing. What are we doing? Jumping around. Let's check on our nitrogen. How's our nitrogen doing? We just loaded more. Is that getting pumped out? It is. Good. So this is the input. here for our nitrogen. And that's all at a vacuum as it's getting pulled into this room. This room is nice and cold. We're moving 2, 3, only 3 chambers still. Can't really see anything in the second. How's our condensation line? Negative 80. I don't think you're condensing still, are you? No, you're not cold enough. If we look at this, we see not available for the latent heat. There's no condensation here yet. Not till you get colder. How are we on gas and stuff? We've got 1 megapascal, 2.46 kmol. Okay. So I think we just added a teeny bit of nitrogen. It's evaporating in there. Or is it condensing? What's going on with you? Doesn't matter. Don't need to look at it. How about this stuff? What's going on here? You're still chilling at negative 80. How are the liquid values? Empty. Or wait, yep, empty. Pretty low. Third full. Third full. Totally full. I feel like this one's got too much liquid. It could do a little more evaporation. And I feel like that's what got us into the situation of it not working as well in the first place. I'm not sure. Was it not working as well? Was it working better? If I remember right, after I tweaked everything at the start of this session, this temperature went hotter. It went up 10 degrees. So maybe it was better before. Maybe it was right to evaporate a little more here. We could definitely do with it. The vents aren't running all the time. The liquid intake isn't running all the time. We could pull this temperature down quite a bit and it would just increase the draw here, which is always ridiculously full to the point where these guys aren't needing to run too much. I might have talked myself into it. And do the exact same thing. What are you at? I'm gonna turn you down a little bit. You go to 5,000. How's that? Call that good. Turn the pressure down. It's gonna pump to 5 megapascals. That's gonna cause more evaporation. Temperature of the liquid in the room is going to drop all the way down to whatever 5 megapascals is. It'll hit equilibrium at 105. So we're gonna pull this down 20C. Let's just double check. What are you at? 43. I'm gonna pull it down a teeny bit. 42. Sure, or something. We'll see if that does anything. Okay, I wanted to look. What's our power look like over here? Are you still totally full and killing it? Are you even running? You're not even needing to run? Even though it is nighttime? Our batteries are so full that you don't even need to run. Let me double check that. I'm going to pull out the tablet and look at you. Check out your stats. You are 97% full. Okay. How are we not drawing more power? Isn't this thing like just totally maxed out? You should just be totally cranked. 50 kilowatts. I don't understand. You're telling me we have 50 kilowatts of draw here. Actual is 197 watts. Yeah, I was thinking, there's no way. Okay, so maybe I don't have a clear understanding of the satellite dish. I thought that it just had a constant draw of 50 kilowatts, but maybe it draws 50 kilowatts as it's acquiring a target or as it's moving even. Maybe it has something to do with when it's like running and trying to like do its positioning or targeting thing. I'm guessing when it's interrogating targets, it's got the draw. Huh. Interesting. Well, that's awesome. So then this is already fine. This is overkill for what we're doing. And we may even want to like put some other stuff on it. We could easily do another circuit on it or something. But that's good. That's actually quite a relief. I thought this was just like a wildly painful draw. But I think it's not working like I expected. Definitely power, definitely running. Still the same 196 watts. That actually, I'm very happy to see that. That feels good from a balance perspective. It's still like an insane surge on your systems. But I had a total misunderstanding of how much power it was using. Okay, I'm happy to see that. So that additional circuit we just made is maybe a little bit overkill. It is definitely plenty. Now trading's looking better. Ooh, can I bring you in? Come on, I want to bring you in. He's got the oxygen room. That's awesome. I'm going to go... Okay, we got 46 degrees. I'm going to go left. 46 left. Like NASCAR. They go left. Unless they go right. Which way does NASCAR go? Who watches NASCAR? Gonna sell all of the canisters. We've already bought all of the nitrogen. Tell him to peace out. Turn off. Still 46. Did this not move? That should be affecting your positioning and stuff. You should be adjusting. I think these guys are disconnected right now. Something's going funky. What's going on? Can I take a look? Is one of your circuits broken? Yep. What's wrong with you? Device not found, line 24. Ah.
Hydration critical.
Line 24. Which one is that? We can actually just open up the machine and look. Import the code. Put it back. Line 24. What device are you missing? Line 24 is low, setting the medium dish to medium dishes on. Ah. We no longer have a medium dish. I'm going to delete medium dish from all things. Dish large, dish large, dish large, dish large. Words are hard. This is called something to do with trader or satellite control. Trader dish seems good. We're going to overwrite the code. We're going to confirm. We're going to export that into our IC code. So the issue there is that when we wrote code for the medium satellite dish, like I was just saying, we used to have a medium satellite dish, and then we had it set up so that whenever we adjusted the horizontal or vertical values, it would just adjust both. So now that that is no longer a device on the network, code breaks. If we just remove it, then things should start working again, I think, and we see everything black out as it's now moving, which is what I was expecting. So we now have, well, we'll have to test, but we should have the horizontal and vertical dials to control the orientation of our large satellite dish, which is the only way we can currently acquire targets. And it's not at all good enough. We need to write a program to do something better there. That's a thing to do, but maybe not right now. Probably soon. That's like very soon to do, I think. I want to get that set up. I want to get a program. I've thought about it a bit. I think we can do it. I want to get a program, a couple of programs that work together, basically. One of them where you will select what kind of trader you want. You'll just select some genre of trader, like a seed trader or a liquid trader. And then you'll select the distance of near, far, medium. There's different settings there. And then, do I have to turn you on? I do have to turn you on. Whoops. Sorry. So we'll get those two settings. You'll select like what kind of trader you want from what area, and then we'll have the satellite dish code automatically be constantly looking for that specific type of trader. If they see one, they'll bring them in, and then it will just kind of like idle. That's the dream. That's the plan. Yeah, I think we can do that. That shouldn't be too bad. That'll be a fun program to write. Or 2 programs. Probably take a bit. That might take a day or 2. So we had 46 left, like NASCAR. What did you go to? Worse. So let's go right. Right now we're angled at just like 45 degrees vertical. And we're just kind of moving right and left to try and see if we can point at the target better. Don't have much time to do this. It's so slow for the big targets and the big satellite dish. I'm bouncing. Okay, so we're done selling stuff to a trader. Let's go ahead and turn it back to dropping stuff on the floor. That's the thing to do, in particular because we wanted more cables. Give me another 200 cables. Is there any other things that I want to craft? What about pipes? We were okay-ish on pipes. Maybe tanks, maybe not. I don't think we really need to craft anything. Okay. Do you get better or worse? Oh, you get way better. Ooh. Okay. Let's try one more. 29. Got him. We got him. Oh, we got an oxygenated trader. Oh my god, we got a breather, boys. This is gonna be a breather. He's gonna be so breathy that he's gonna need to have a room where he can breathe. Fortunately, I have prepared exactly such a room. Just for such a breathy boy. How are you doing? You're still just rotating through everything endlessly? That is your job. Hello, kitty. Kitty wants attention. Did you have good window time, kitty cat? Did you see anything exciting out there? So like right now, for all this, I assume they were drawing the 50 kilowatts. Let's actually go look, I want to see. I want to use my eyeballs
Oxygen critical.
and see you doing work. Show me that power draw on the network. Show me how our batteries are doing. I bet they're not liking that. Oh yeah, look at that. Yep. Actual is 53 kilowatts. 53 kilowatts? Where are you getting 3 extra kilowatts here? You tell me that this is 3 kilowatts? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just because it's exactly 3 kilowatts? Reasonable. Okay, just wanted to see that. Looking good. Slurping some power. Should be okay. Yeah, I think everything involved in the process of using the satellite dish for the higher level traders just takes like a huge amount of time. Moving the large dish to locate the target, letting the interrogation process go through takes like an impossibly large time. Like so large that if you do it manually, you're not going to be able to pull it off. Even just like this portion of acquiring the target, it's taking like 3 minutes. Much better to have a computer think through all that while you're looking away. And then every time you look at the trade center, there'll just be someone there. Watching the number go. Go, number, go. You can do it. Go, number, go. Slurp up those batteries. Now this is content. This is the adrenaline surging content that I'm here for. This is what makes me feel alive. Here we go. He's coming in. No, he's huge. He's a monster. This feels like when you catch a gigantic fish. This is a gigantic fish. Alright, he's here, but he's a special breathy boy and he can't breathe and he's upset about it, so we gotta help him out with that. Let's push the breathy boy button. And it will cycle out the air. Pump it to vacuum. Bring in a bunch of hab air from some storage tanks. And open the door. So we can go talk to our breathy boy. Yeah, it looks good always. How's our water? Water's going up. I think I need to look at the storage containers to get an idea. I think the pipes fill and then it starts going into the storage containers more. Maybe not. How we doing here? Pump to vacuum. I bet we could even add a couple lines of logic to check to see if they need oxygen. And then like click the hanger button. I want to automate that more. That'd be fun to have that fully automated. I wonder if you could get to the point of automating the sale of stuff. We could like request stuff from the mall and send it along programmatically. Okay, we've pumped the vacuum. We're now rushing in oxygen from the storage tanks. Or I guess not oxygen, exactly the air that we breathe in this room. We just opened the door and let it share between the two rooms. Keep it at the right ratios, keep it cold. It's a big room. Alright, open sesame. I'm ready. Oh, breathe the boys out. I think it's a breathy girl. Apologies. What's up, breathy girl? You look breathy. Look, you can breathe. Isn't that amazing? What a button. Love that button. Oh, cool. You might have... Ooh, this might be the one that has the rare stuff we want. Fast-growing potato. Whoa. Interesting. Is this just like genetically modified potato? I still haven't played with the genetics at all. That's another thing I need to do that I totally forgot. You can like grow for genetics and then try and plant special super plants. I should figure that out. Make some super duper super plants. I'm looking particularly for, I think we have all these seeds. We're looking for there's like fancy ferns that are just way more effective. So that's what I want, but I don't think we're gonna get them. I kind of want to buy this potato. Or even an egg. So you just put this in a warm room and it turns into a chicken? Should I make chickens? Is it chicken time? Is it cake time? How do I get cows? Do I need cows? Can you make cakes without cows? What about the butter? What about the milk? Soy and fern for milk. Thank you. Okay. Just thinking if we want to do anything here with this breathy lady. I'm buy a super potato. I'm buy a super potato because we can. I'm gonna leave you. You're gonna chill for a minute. Did you want to buy anything? Oh, you want to buy all sorts of things. That's good. Whoa, you want to buy a lot of water. That's wild. Okay. I could probably help you with that. I don't think these are worth anything. Interesting. So the 250 moles, I think, is higher value than this one. With chickens, you can mass produce cake. Okay. That feels like something we should do. I like cake. I want to make cake. Should I make a chicken room? I'm tempted to make a chicken room. I feel like a chicken room would be easy. Do chickens breathe, do you think? I wonder. Can I look at chickens? Chicken. It's got a brain and it's got a lungs. What am I supposed to... Can I, like, hook you up to an IC chip? Are you a robo chicken? Does the chicken have a chip in its brain? I don't think it's fair that the chicken gets a chip in its brain, but I don't get a chip in my brain. I want a chip in my brain that makes me see things. Plug me into the matrix. Chickens auto-ignite at 300 Celsius. That feels like a thing we have to test. Flashpoint at 100? Like it's gonna evaporate? I guess, yeah. It's mostly water, isn't it? Chickens do evaporate at 100 in C. That's realism. Fair. Don't evaporate your chickens. They don't like it. I'm just thinking if we want to sell anything. I don't think we do, actually. We're really good on money. Water's like the rarest resource, even though we have more now than we've had in the past, or than we need. I don't think I want to sell it. What is this? Alien mushroom. Can I eat you? Do you make me see things like a chip in my brain? What do you do? Should I make you? I'm tempted to make this. It's just like standard. Breathe carbon dioxide, exhale oxygen, normal temperatures. Has the same timings as the plants we have for grass, I think. 10 on, 5 off, light and darkness. Do you just like look cool? I'm gonna buy one of you. Just chilling. Just enjoying being a spaceman. No real purpose right now. Sometimes you just gotta enjoy spaceman life and make some super potatoes. I'm gonna grab this corner. Super potato, go here. Super potatoes gets a buffer. We must protect Super Potato at all costs. There's never been such a Super Potato.
Hydration critical.
He will replace all the other potatoes. Because he is super. Like he says, alien mushroom breathes N2O and exhales O2 and N2. That is not what it was saying at all. I could just save and like look. I want to try that. I want to plant it. Just throw it down and see what happens. Takes the same lighting, so we can just put it like right here. Give him a little water. How you doing? You thriving? Thriving. Not seeing any gases. Let's take one more look. Unless the station PD is just totally off, and it's usually really good. Inhale carbon dioxide, exhale oxygen, which it's doing now. Yeah, I don't have any N2O in the room for it to breathe. So I don't think if it used to do that, it doesn't anymore maybe. Could be wiki, could be they changed the game. How we doing? Doing good? Producing seeds. Nice. Got a bunch of extra seeds. Okay, and I want to check on that. Is the compost room finally overflowing?
Oxygen critical.
I'm tempted. While this person's here, we should do a chicken room. We should buy the eggs. We should make a chicken room. We should get chickens going. We can maybe refactor the Larry arm a little bit. I think the code could be refactored a bit to include fertilization. We could reuse the current version as is and be able to grow anything. We could just start growing all the crops, basically, whatever we want. So we could probably get some cake manufacturing going. Okay, pressure is 69, nice. 0.123. Okay, so we're reaching the point now where this guy is turning on at 70. It's pumping gas into that network. We can see we've already got almost a megapascal, or a half a megapascal. With gas in there, big chunk of it is nitrogen. Good, good, good. I think that needs to fill to like 2 megapascals, just in that teeny little buffer area. And this guy will turn on, and we will be able to start collecting nitrogen. So we're finally getting some nitrogen production going. I don't know how much this is. We'll see. We've almost got like 1 kmol so far. We need so much. We should probably just keep shopping for it, keep buying it. How you doing? Are you condensing yet? Are you even cold? You're getting warmer? You're getting warmer? I thought we got you to chill out more. Do I need to turn these down again? You're still at capacity. You're not at all. You're not at all. You're even less not at all. You're like empty. Do I just crank this one harder? Could be doing more. Getting blasted by the exhale event here. You're still pumping up to huge amounts. Alright, I feel like I'm just doing the same. I'm like wobbling back and forward on what I'm doing here for pressure settings. Not exactly sure what we want to do for optimal settings here, but it looks like this guy is just totally full. And then whatever's coming in here is evaporating pretty quickly. I'm just wondering, like, what's going on here? What's this build-up about? We have a total build-up here. And then everything else further down is pretty empty. So all of these guys are evaporating way faster than this one is. This one's just like not doing much evaporating. I'm gonna turn this down again. Let's go all the way down to like 4,700. What are you at? 4,200. Okay, I'll leave that. You won't have to evaporate as hard because you're gonna have a lot colder stuff coming in, so we'll get more build up here. Hopefully. And then maybe more build up down the line. I don't know about that. Let's keep an eye on just what this does. Tinkering and not getting enough cooling right now. Like, we're doing fine. Our base is doing well. We're cooling off all the water we're generating. Oh, I wanted to check too on our extra water. How much water do we have? 500 liters here. 5,000, 6,000 liters here. 6,500 liters. Water goes up and up and up. Not super fast, but going up. But yeah, we're not getting enough coolant going, or we're not getting enough cooling going to condense the nitrogen anymore. Let's see, one more thing I want to do while I'm up here. Let's turn down the pressure. We've just been pumping oxygen in. We're up to 4.7 megapascals. I think that's good. Let's turn that off and stop adding hot oxygen to the cooling line. As well, that gets to allow the oxygen to start pumping into like the fuel container more and into our jetpack more, or our suit more, which is still only at 5.5 megapascals. This guy's not been able to fill up like all game. It's enough that like 5.5 is enough for us to breathe. It's like a quarter full. Okay, all good. I need to make this man stop breathing. Sorry about that. What's up, pretty lady? Can I go in your spaceship? Oh, I remember I can. I can see stuff here. This is cool. What about, like, hijacking? Can I hijack your spaceship? What if I tell you to leave? That's gonna be fun, right? This is always fun. It's like my favorite activity. I love it every time. It brings me so much joy. I don't know why. Burn it all down. Look at the sparkles. Isn't it beautiful? It's like art, but everybody's dying, which is usually bad. Don't like that in my art. Oh, I'm in my nitrogen. Ooh, what a great place to spawn.
Oxygen critical.
I'm being deep frozen. Negative 147 Celsius.
Cognition low.
Which chamber is this? This is the first chamber. That's pretty good. It's a good amount of nitrogen. Alright, just messing around. I love to push that button. I love the Kool-Aid Man where he bursts through the walls and then everything explodes. That's a great effect. Fun. Game is fun. Okay, I think it's about break time for me though. It's been many hours. I've been streaming nonstop for 2 days. I need to eat some food, hang out with Kat a little bit, do some human things. But I'm having a good time. Got some good streams in today. Probably done with Battlefield today. Stationeers definitely done today. Play some tomorrow maybe. Got some stuff on the YouTube. But this was fun. This was a good day. What did we do? We beefed up the pollutant a bunch. The liquid pollution now moves 3 times as much liquid through and twice as much gas. So that should help overall with cooling. I think we still need to play with that. It's still not working great. Not getting cold enough to condense our nitrogen right now, which is not good. I think absolute worst case, we could do a whole ass another cooling station for just liquid pollutant that goes to just the nitrogen. And since that's the only thing it's ever interacting with, the temperatures should be like more, we'll guaranteed get condensation. It's going to hit the target points. It's going to pull this guy down to condensing. If it's not fighting with like hot steam, then we'll be good. But I would hope that we can get these chambers working well enough. Maybe, I don't know, maybe even more throughput. This is a lot of square footage. We should be able to have a lot of stuff moving and evaporating in there. Anyway, it's doing better. We added a whole nother power line for our trade. The trade dish now has an entire power line on it, which is powered using the Stirling engines. Got to check out what that was like. Not too bad. Pretty easy to produce like a full 100 kilowatts, at least during the night. Just like what, 8, 10, 12 Stirling engines. Seems good. We saw the composter turn on to the point where it is overflowing with nitrogen, pumping that out into the storage where we're going to collect it. So this guy is a machine that takes a while to get going, but it's going now. And that's going to give us nitrogen for our cooling station. Maybe, I don't know, we'll see. It wasn't a ton I didn't see. It looks like it was feeling pretty slow. But even if that gives us like a couple kmol a day, that would be a lot over time. Maybe it takes like 30 in-game days, but a lot more passive nitrogen supply. Anyway, that's all good. Good stuff. Good stuff. Did a little farming. Not much. Pretty uneventful day. Mostly just chilling today. That's not bad. I had a good time. But I'm going to take a break. It's time to do some food things. Time to do some human things. Time to do some cat things. I hope you enjoyed. I will be back soon.